know these are the messages that made you click on this video. But don't you worry, we've all been there, especially if you're using a Windows PC. I haven't had this problem with my MacBook. I don't know, is there a beef between Windows and Blackmagic? I don't know. I'm here to find a new way to fix this problem, but I recently realized that it mostly occurs whenever I have footage from 2 or more different cameras on my timeline. It notoriously happens to me whenever I have Canon footage in my timeline, especially when I mix the Canon footage with footage from other cameras like Panasonic or Blackmagic. I don't know, does Blackmagic have any beef with Canon also? I'd like to know that. It also tends to happen a lot whenever you use the noise reduction tool. In this case, I'll advise you to turn off the noise reduction, then try to export the video and see if the export is actually gonna work this time. If it doesn't, then I've got a couple of fixes for you. We'll start with the simplest fix, and then we will walk our way all the way to the most complicated and most annoying and most painful method. So come with me. Sometimes something as simple as copying your sequence into a new timeline might actually fix your problem. So how do you do this? You come here in Resolve, you open your timeline, then you can either select everything this way, or you can just click here, maybe click one of the clips, then Control A, press Control A or Command A on Mac, and then you'll select everything, and then you're going to press Command C or Control C to copy everything. Then I like organizing my work, so I've got here a bin with my timeline, so I can just create a new timeline here, create a new timeline, then I can format it however I want and make it Ultra HD 24 frames per second. I have a new timeline here, so I come into this new timeline and then I press Control V or Command V if you're on Mac, and boom, you've got your files in there. And then now you can try and export these and see if it works. Now when your export stops because of a certain footage, Resolve will tell you which footage has a problem. So you can go to your timeline and look for that clip. For example, let's say this is the clip that has a problem. You can come here, put your in and out points, then right click on the clip, and then here, you come here, you render it in place. Once you render it in place, you can now try to export the whole project and see if it's gonna work. A lot of times it works. This works like 97% of the time, you know. And because of that extra 3%, I've got 3 other tips for you. You can actually start a new project and then you copy this entire timeline into the new project and then you try to export it. So how do you do that? You do the same thing we did, Command A or Control A on PC, and then Control C or Command C on Mac. You copy everything and then you come here, you create a new project, and then in the new project you just come create a new timeline like we did, match the settings, it's Ultra HD, and then you paste your files there. Now that you have a new timeline there in the new project, you can actually try and export the project and see if it works. A lot of times it has worked for me, but it might still not work. Well, if you've tried all these 3 methods and they don't work, then my friend, I'm sorry to tell you, and I hate to tell you this, but you're fucked. I'm just kidding. We've got the 4th method. So far this is the most annoying method, but I tried this when I was working on a film and I tried to export it using my home PC and it completely failed to work out. Like, I tried exporting, I was so stressed, I was hitting the deadline and I was not getting my PC to export the video. So what I did is I copied the project and then I took it to the studio and then I tried to export it using the studio PC and it worked flawlessly. So how do you do that? A lot of times you'll come here and then you go to export and then you can export the timeline, you save it somewhere in your PC, and then after that you can transfer the project into a different PC and try to export it from there. For me, it worked flawlessly. It's annoying, but it worked. We just want to solve the problem. So if it works, then we're good, right? Now, this is the method that I hate the most out of all of them, but we need to find a fix. So how do I always do this? Let's say this is the problematic clip, right? I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna create a new timeline. Here, create a new timeline, and then I'm gonna do the same, Ultra HD, and then boom, I've got my new timeline. So I'm gonna copy this clip here. I'll just do the in and out points, and then I'll come to the deliver page. I'll name the clip whatever I want. Let me say dancing, and then I'll get a location where I want to save the clip, and then I'll come here, and then it's in QuickTime. I'll try and do this, export it in an uncompressed format, and then I'll just export it, and then once it's exported, I'll come back to my timeline here where it was, and then I'll replace the clip with the exported clip, and then I'll try to export again. My friends, I hate to break it to you, but this method has a 100% success rate. It has always worked for me. I hate it. I don't like it. I wish it couldn't exist, but it is a solution that works, so we have no other option. Oh, yo, this is me editing the video, and I just realized that I've forgotten one method, and that is you can actually clear the cache. Is it cache? Cache? I don't know how it's called, but I bet you understand what I mean. If all these methods are giving you a problem, you can just go to where your software stores this cache or cache files, and you just delete all of them, and then you try to export again. I tried this method once and it worked, so I bet it can also work for you guys. So you can try it out and let us know which one worked for you. Then now back to the video. If these 5 methods don't work for you, then my dear friend, I'm sorry for wasting your time, and I hope that you find a solution and come and enlighten us so that we can also know what was wrong and how can we fix it. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you got value from this video, kindly like this video, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel, or just subscribe to the channel. There's nothing to lose. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Blessings.